Thank you so much for being here today. We are so incredibly excited to be able to open up our headquarters finally, our new administrative building. My name is Tiffany Devon. I'm the Director of Communications. We are so pleased to share this with you, our DWIN family, our friends, our partners, and we're very excited that we're able to cut the ribbon today and open up our administrative building. This is a community outreach event for our partners, for our community. We're happy to be able to provide this service and continue all the wonderful, awesome things that DWIN does every day for your family and your loved ones. I'm going to kick it off. We have a short agenda. I'm going to kick it off to Mr. Doa, who is going to bring remarks, and then he will introduce our distinguished guests. Good morning, Mr. Doa.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, Ms. Devon. Oh my gosh, what an incredible turnout here. I'm Eric Doa. So good to see all of you. This is an incredible day. This is an incredible day for our organization. This is an incredible day for this neighborhood, for the city. You know, first I want to start with acknowledging all of our elected officials. I know that they asked me for folks to stand, but it's cold and we want to get out of here as soon as possible. So please just give a hand for all of our elected officials who are here. Obviously, before I go into great details for calling some of them up here, I would like to acknowledge, first of all, my board chair, Ms. Kenya Rufus here, of course, and we have the mayor of Detroit, Mr. Duggan is here, Mayor Duggan is here. Our city council president, of course, Mary Sheffield is here. To all of our incredible board members, I mean, this structure you see behind us here could not have happened with all of them. So please, if anyone could stand, it would be my board members. I'm asking you, please, from Mr. Parker, folks on our SUD board as well. I see Ms. Garza is here, Mr. Glenn is here. Please, if I missed any names, please forgive me. But to all of our board members, if you could please stand, because this is your work here. Thank you. Of course, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, oh boy. Commissioner Kenlock is going to talk about me. Thank you so much. To all of our officials who are here, thank you. To my staff, this incredible staff who've made all of this happen through your hard work, I thank you so much. This could not have happened without all of the incredible people. To our partners, DeMaria, Mike Maskey, my facilities VP. Michael, you take all of my calls. You're one of the most patient persons I've ever encountered. I don't know how you do it dealing with me, but thank you for putting up with me, sir. Thank you so much. And you put up with Brooke Blackwell as well, so I don't know how you do that. Okay. And of course, I cannot, of course, pass this chance up for all of my incredible mentors. Folks, when we stand here before you, this is not something that anyone does on its by him or herself. There is nothing great that has ever been done that's been done by an individual alone. I believe some great person said that. I can't remember it now, but it is true. I am a testament of that. So all of the incredible mentors of mine, whether it's Judge Kenny, Judge Mack, Sheila Clay, and others who are in this room here, who there are times when I make those phone calls to, and you know that I'm pressing on you, asking you for your guidance, for your leadership. I mean, thank you, Bishop Ellis, who's here as well. All of these incredible people who've taken time out of their incredible schedule to be here today, I thank them. And to the folks of the North End, thank you for welcoming us into this neighborhood. We have now become your neighbors. Thank you so much, okay? Your patience, your kindness, your understanding, your fortitude, working with us to turn this incredible structure here that once used to be an incredible library for this community, the Utley Library, to now be a beacon here for this community, for this city, for Wayne County. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this. Thank you for allowing us to do it respectfully. For DeMaria, who took their time to make sure that it was executed to perfection. Listening to all of my concerns. Thank you all for putting up with me. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with the board, because some of this came from them too, so I'm going to blame them just a little bit here, all right? So thank you. Lastly, though, the people we serve. Please know and see that this is not just an edifice here. This is a community, and we want to be a welcoming community. So for all the people we serve, for all of the families who've been incredible for us, please see this as a testament for where you can come so that services can be provided. And to the folks in this neighborhood, this is not just going to be a space where it's just for us to come to work. It also is going to be a community space. So for community activities that will take place here, take advantage of this. Now, I did say something about Monday Night Football. If the Lions are playing, you know we're going to be here, okay? So just want you all to know that, okay? I'm just putting it out there, Mayor, that this is going to be a low traffic area here, okay? To my good friends in Lansing who have also been incredible. I see some of my friends back there. Becky, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Okay, Brooke, you told me this was going to be short, so I'm trying to get to it and be very short about it. This was a community collaboration, truly, and I mean that in every respect. From when we started this project to where we are today to where we will continue, this has been a community effort. It started with the vision of this board. It started with the vision of this board knowing that we can make this thing happen here, and they drove it through. But also the leadership as well. And that was so important that we were lockstep together. We may not have agreed on everything, but when it came to the people who we provide services for, we agreed that we would do it and we would do it right. And I'm so proud of that. This was 18 months to complete. That time went by so fast. Even in the midst of COVID, folks were out here working and doing, great work. And I thank them for it, for all of the hard work that they've done. They told me to mention the price, but you know what? I'm just going to slur. It was like $14 million to do. But yeah, so the renovation was that, but it was well worth it, And when we went to the board, to ask for this funding to make this happen, they were gracious enough, understanding that we wanted to embark on something bigger, something bolder. If you listened to the president last night when he spoke at the State of the Union, he talked about ancient ideas, how we had to forego that. And this was something that this organization had to do, ancient ideas, leaving those behind to embark on something new, something bold. And this is what this is, something new, something bold. As we embark on, crisis services, whether it's mobile services, whether it's the building that we're going to open very soon here next month at 707, that was a bold idea. Bold ideas by bold leaders who were prepared. They took the risk. It was a calculated one, but we made it. And as I look at Mayor Duggan and Council President Sheffield, these are bold leaders who've done the same. I cannot, of course, leave out the county executive who cannot be here with us today, but for all of his representatives, my good friend Assad and brother who've been lockstep with me, I want to thank them as well. Dr. El Sayyi, who's been incredible in working with us to do some things, whether it was around SUD or just mental health services. He's done that for us, working with us, and I thank him for that. So, this took an incredible amount of fortitude and work to get done. And I remember this saying that there's nothing too good for those who do good work. So to Tetra Tech, for the good work that you've done in crafting this, thank you for doing good work. And I appreciate that. We appreciate that so much. In several times when we were embarking on this project here, there were some, tough moments that we came across. But it reminded me, though, of this saying here, when fate whispered to the warrior, you cannot withstand the storm, the warrior whispered back, I am the storm. I am the storm. So for all of the folks that we provide this incredible service to, for all the work that we do, thank you for trusting us. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for trusting us with your family members. And we're going to go on to do the work that you have entrusted us to do. And I thank you so much for that. So I think I am right about up on my 30 seconds here. I believe I stole a good 20 of that of Ms. Ruth's time. But at this time, I do want to welcome our president of our board here, our chair of our board, the incomparable, the amazing Ms. Kenya Ruth. Thank you so much, Ms. Ruth.
I don't know how I'm going to follow up that. Thank God for Brooke. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is exciting to be here, a long time coming. We're excited. The DWIN Board of Directors is committed to ensuring and creating value in our communities and providing behavioral health care programs and services that are inclusive, fiscally responsible, and community focused. Our board members work diligently around our shared organizational goals that have a meaningful impact to our families, schools, churches, and neighborhoods. Collectively, we work with the objective of maintaining a quality system of care for the people we serve throughout our region. I am proud to serve in this role as board chair, where I can help uphold the mission and vision and the organization to be the healthcare safety net, while also establishing and ensuring that policies and procedures are met. Throughout our new administration building and great work of our leadership and staff, we will continue to focus on our social well-being, issues that produce change, and provide opportunities for people, allowing them to maximize their quality of life. Thank you very much. Mr. Doyle.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ruth. And at this time, I am going to call upon one of our distinguished leaders. But before I go there, I would like to thank Tricia Stein. Working with the mayor's office, he has some incredible people. But Tricia Stein has been one of those persons whom, again, when I call upon or just want to chit-chat about how we do it right, she has been able to guide us. So thank you, Tricia, for your leadership. But at this time, of course, I am calling up the man himself, Mayor Mike Duggan. Mayor Duggan.
All right. Well, congratulations to Eric Doa, the board, and DWIN on a special day. This is what's happening in Detroit. We've got this beautiful historic library that stopped operating as a library decades ago, had a tenant in it. Tenant folded 6 or 7 years ago, and another vacant but beautiful building in the city of Detroit. And I look at the leadership of DWIN, who said, we need to be visible to our constituents, the people we serve. A lot of times it's hard to know, how do you access mental health services? And we can say clearly right now that if a member of your family needs mental health services, you got a customer service office right here on Woodward. You can walk right in, come into the customer service center. We got great transit access up and down Woodward. This decision was terrific, and I'm glad to see the building put to such good use. And there has been, in the last few years, a remarkable partnership between the city of Detroit and DWIN. We know how much demand there is for mental health services in this country right now. But if you saw 2 weeks ago, Chief White was the leader of a conference of the White House of major police departments, and Chief White was picked as the one to introduce President Biden. The featured program at that conference was the partnership between the Detroit Police Department and DWIN on our co-response teams. If we get a 911 call today with a person who's having a mental health episode, our 911 dispatcher codes it that way, and a response team comes out that comes with a trained police officer and a mental health professional from DWIN in the same car responding. These are very difficult situations. We've had an extraordinary success rate in diffusing them, and now the rest of the country is taking notice. And Eric, congratulations to you and DWIN on that great partnership. And I got to mention one other thing. Eric mentioned the North End. And I know the media comes in, you go to a press conference, and you get out. And a lot of very proud neighborhoods in this city are kind of tired of being dismissed by the drive-bys. Take a few minutes and drive up and down these streets. You will see a proud neighborhood beautifully restoring house after house. And we've watched, the North End 10 years ago thought it had been forgotten. But you had Sonia Mays and Develop Detroit do a beautiful housing project south of here on Marston. Bishop Edgar Van and Vanguard are doing another housing project down there. Across the street, we opened the Ruth Ellis Center for homeless members of the LGBTQ community. Next to that are the Jim Holly residences for formerly homeless, a beautiful site right on Woodward. On Owen Road, we took a vacant building and transformed it into St. Rita's. It has permanent supportive housing. Go a little bit farther up and you will see the People's Food Co-op, a black-led grocery co-op being built right here in this neighborhood. And you go a little farther north and you find the Archdiocese of Detroit building affordable housing across from Blessed Sacrament. That's the main corridor, but you go up and down and see what the community is doing. Come down here on a weekend on Oakland Avenue on the community market. This is a very vibrant neighborhood. And with 100 new employees and this kind of institution, you've just made the North End that much stronger. And I'm just so proud to be with you today. Thank you to Eric and the entire team.
Thank you so much, Mayor Duggan. You know, the men and women of this organization, our provider network, oh my gosh, I cannot forget over 300 providers who do such an incredible job, you know, of serving our folks, working with us. Thank you so much. I see some of them in this room here, whether it's Kenyatta Stevens, who's here, you know, just thank you so much for all of the incredible work. You know, at this time, of course, it is my good friend, Commissioner Ken Locke, who I'm going to call up. So just a quick story, okay? So when we were thinking about what we were going to do at this site here, Commissioner Ken Locke gave me a call and said, don't do that. And I was like, you know me, I'm a Gemini. Sometimes I'm hard-headed, okay? My daughter has truly captured that trait of mine. So once again, I paid a little closer attention to the commissioner, and he said, I need you to listen to what the folks in the neighborhood are saying. And I was like, darn it, okay, you know what? I'll listen. And I did, and I'm so thankful that I did, and I'm thankful that he's here to share some of his wisdom with us here today. So, Commissioner Jonathan Ken Locke.
As we're here celebrating the opening of this administration building, this building represents a true partnership in the work and cooperation that can come from dialogue with the community. As the director just mentioned, initially there was a thought of putting a particular use here in the community, but the community made it known that they did not want it located here. So I reached out to the leaders in the community as well as the leadership in DWIN. We came together and we built a partnership agreement. It was agreement based on cooperation and what was in the best interest of this community. And so this isn't just going to be an administrative building for the operations of DWIN and the great work that it does, but it also represents the community's access to be able to utilize these facilities for giving out information, to have community meetings, and to see and to feel as if their voices was heard. And this is a prime example that you can sit down with government even after decisions have been made to make a difference in your community. So I want to thank Mr. Doa. I want to thank the entire administration and the board for understanding the importance of community voices being heard. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Ken Locke. You know, and so Deal or No Deal, I believe, is still on television, and it's at a certain point that you make that phone call to phone a friend. So even though Commissioner Ken Locke reached out, I also had to phone another friend, and this is where Council President Sheffield came along, and she was able to convene folks within the neighborhood and DWIN so that we could sit and have that dialogue. So once again, I had to phone a friend to come. So thank you so much to City Council President Mary Sheffield, please.
Thank you. Good morning. And congratulations. It is an honor to be here for this historic day as you invest, and I'll say the amount, $14 million in this community for a critical service. We all know the importance of mental health and the resources that we need to really address the issue of mental health in our community. So I am glad to be here to welcome this investment to District 5 that I had the privilege of representing into the north end of our city. Nearly 27 years ago, Governor Engler shuttered 16 mental health facilities across metropolitan Detroit, transforming our streets, emergency rooms, businesses, and other public spaces to mental health triage units. But thankfully, we had organizations like DWIN who stepped in to fill the gaps in services to our most vulnerable residents in our city. So let's give them another round of applause. This building today represents a significant investment in our community's mental health and well-being. DWIN's commitment to integrated healthcare is commendable, offering vital support to those with mental illness, developmental disabilities, and substance use disorders. Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network leaves no stone unturned in their mission to provide self-determination and enhance the health, safety, and quality of life for over 123,000 individuals and families throughout our city and our state. This new headquarters will serve as a beacon of hope and support for our community for years to come. As was mentioned during my time on council, I have had the distinct pleasure of partnering with DWIN on numerous occasions and have witnessed their commitment and dedication to the residents of our city. This new facility will undoubtedly change the organization and transform those lives who are in need of mental and behavioral services, ultimately enhancing their quality of life. It is also a reminder of the importance of collaboration between community and partners in government as we continue to grow our service to our residents. So thank you all for all that you do, to the board, to the staff, everyone who made this vision a reality, and I stand ready to partner and assist as you all move forward and carry out your vision and meaningful work here to the residents of Detroit. Congratulations on this remarkable achievement. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, you know, folks, every time I come up here, I then remember folks who I'm seeing out in the audience here. So to Mr. Adams, of course, who leads our SUD board, thank you so much, Mr. Adams, for your presence and your commitment and your support, your mentorship. And of course, I see Chief Judge Burton, who's here as well. I mean, Chief Judge Burton, you know how I feel about you, sir. Thank you. Oh no, trust me. I already mentioned my Judge Kenny now. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's be very clear. I didn't miss Judge Kenny. Okay. So to all of our great leaders who are out here, to all of our great friends, our great partners, thank you so much. You know, we are just about at that time there, Brooke, that I feel like you're saying to me we need to cut this thing short here. So I am just about there. Okay. So thank you so much for all of the incredible work, for your support. Please, there are some coming attractions here, okay? So right down the street here, this board again said, hey guys, I think we could do something extraordinary for Wayne County. So at 707, within just about a month here, we're going to open up our crisis care center, and that will be a place to provide crisis services for men, women, and children. Again, remarkable work of our board, of our staff, of our provider network in making this happen. 32-bed facility there, you know, and we are excited about that. And then as the months go on, there will be more coming attraction, but at this particular point here now, Brooke, I think I can end it, right, so that we can take this tour. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.